Hey everybody, it's Dina Rica with the Creativity Cave, and I have a gorgeous card to share with you today. I love how this turned out. I'm just sharing a little of the sparkle that's in this one. It is so pretty. So to make this card, I'm using the stamp set Sweet Seasons. This is from the new holiday catalog, which, if you haven't seen it yet, it is amazing. Here is the cover. Oh, and now I can go inside and show you. I'm also using things from the Petals and Paisley suite. Love this. So there's all kinds of great stuff. There's gorgeous printed papers, ribbons, copper foil sheets. Yay! There's also this beautiful textured impressions embossing folder, of course the stamp set, what I'm really digging, and then the framelits. Oh my gosh, I really like this, and I think the big reason that I like it so much is that it is so pretty, and you can do so many different styles with it and color combinations to get different looks. So we're gonna make this card, and I really like it. That's a fact. So to create the card, let me show you what I'm going to do. First of all, excuse me, I am using some white cardstock, as you can see, and I embossed this design in the background. And I also stamped this like curly Q, and here's my Paisley set. It's under stuff, so hold on. By the way, I did take a picture of what my area looked like before I set up for this video. I'll post it on my Facebook page so you can see the before, because it's a little scary. Anyway, so this is the Paisley stamp set, and I love that the pieces work together. So like this fits in there, and then there's these pretty circle images, which I love. Then there's these cool little centers that you can put in things. Anyway, so this curlicue, and when I saw this, it reminded me of the swirl or the spiral flower die that we used to have. Pardon. It was discontinued just a couple years ago. I loved that die. Anyway, when I cut one out, so I stamped this, and let me focus here. I stamped this. Oh, focus. It does not want to focus. Focus. I'm trying to do this without making my camera. Well, okay, fine. We'll do it down here then. Anyway, I stamped the image. You can see here's the image, and then there's a framelit that cuts this out. And this piece looks just like a mini version of that other one. So to put this together, what I did is I kind of bent back the little scallops, and then when I curl this up, hopefully, well, I'll be honest, I kind of just like really mangled my flower and basically smushed it at the very end because it was not doing what I wanted it to do, which is probably what I'll end up doing here. But I really kind of crumpled it a lot, whatever. But what I was hoping is that the petals would just sort of lay flat. And if you just kind of smush them enough, they will. I mean, make it bow down to your will. That's the beauty of paper, is it will kind of do what you want. But the cool thing about this is I kind of just smush it, but it maintains its swirl. And then because it's smushed, it's not super thick, but then I can shove a pearl in the middle of that. That sounds terrible, but it's all good. Okay, so I have that piece. Now I'm going to emboss this. Okay, and Shazam, there it is. Waha. So I love this. And by the way, all the dimensions and supplies and everything will be on my blog for my project, as well as more photos and whatnot of this for you. But I embossed that beautiful oval on some white cardstock, and then I'm actually going to just layer it up on another layer of white cardstock. I thought about adding a layer of Night of Navy because that's what color my little flower is, but I didn't like the look of it. I really liked the white on white with just a pop of the navy, and then I added a little bit of this ribbon. That is from the little trio pack that is in the holiday catalog, and it coordinates with all this stuff, which I just love. Okay, so I have my half a sheet of white cardstock and then my 2 layers of white, of course, that I've embossed and whatnot. Now let me show you the other thing. I have another piece of paper here, cardstock, of course. And this is where I'm using this Sweet Seasons in Everything Give Thanks. And do you see this little image? It totally coordinates with the stamp set. So actually, when I was first doing this, I thought about doing that kind of in the background, but then I liked the white on white and the more subtle look because I was, oh, well, anyway, I mean, you probably don't have to hear the entire train of thought that I had going for this project, but I had a little something different in mind when I started out. And that's often what happens when I'm stamping is I have kind of one idea in the back of my head, and then what ends up coming out is something completely different. Typically for the better, but not always. Okay, so I'm stamping this in Night of Navy, and you might notice that I never stick the labels on my red rubber stamps, my clear mount stamps, and that is because they don't stick as well. I also find that if I really wanted to see what the image looks like, I can just stamp it on my scrap paper, and it also saves me a step because I think I've mentioned maybe once or twice that I'm a lazy stamper, and that has not changed. Okay, so now to create the little banner end, I'm just cutting a little snip in the center of my piece, and then I will go from either corner and end up in the center. And the reason I'm doing that is I thought about using the triple banner punch, but it cuts a much deeper banner, I guess, end. It goes in deeper, thicker. I don't know. I just didn't like it. That's really what it is. I didn't like it, so I didn't do it. Okay, so now I have my smushy flower, and you can see it's not very thick at all, which is, of course, ideal. And I'm going to put some fast fuse right here on the kind of little curl at the center, and that will kind of help make everything stick down. And then I will also put some right over where I want to place it onto my card. Of course, I'm covering this up, but it still looks awesome. Okay, and then I'm just going to make it bow down to my will just one more time. Do you like how mean I'm talking to my paper? I mean, my gosh. And then I will add my pearl, because everything's better with a little bling, pearl, rhinestone, what have you. Now, the other thing that I did with this card that just, I think, makes it so awesome is I used my Wink of Stella. And you know I love Wink of Stella. So I'm just going to put some here on my flower. Like, what is this? Flower. Final answer. It is a flower. So that's all sparkly. And then I picked up just a touch of ink. So I just have a scrap paper here. I'm just going to make sure it's clean before I go ahead and color in on my white embossing. So I'm going to color in the flower sections of this just to add a little bit of sparkle to that. And I think that's just so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And there aren't very many flowers, so this won't take you long at all. And it just adds such a nice, pretty touch, but it's also very subtle. It's not like in your face, crazy, dark, wild stuff. Okay, so there we go. So just a little bit of shimmer. Can you see that? Yes, shimmer. It's like little teeny diamonds in your card. I don't know. All right, now I will adhere this to my card. Well, no, my layer, then to my card. And I love the white on white. It looks just fancy. And this card is so pretty. You could change this, and instead of in Everything Give Thanks, you could totally put like congratulations for a wedding card or something like that. Love that. And then I mean, there's just so many options. So now this is one of the ribbons in the ribbon trio pack. This is Delightful Dijon. And then there's also Rich Raspberry and Mint Macaron. So I folded that in half to create my little banner as well. And I'm just going to measure that out across my oval. And then again, I'll show you that. I fold my ribbon in half. And just like what I did before, I go from the corner into the fold, or the spine of the fold, if you will, like so. And then I have a perfect little symmetrical thing. Then I will just place this on here like that. And then I will pop this on top with some dimensionals. And we are just about done. There's one last thing. Can you guess what it is? Is anybody at home like raising their hands like, pick me, pick me? It is spritzing. And here, we'll take a before and after view of this, just so you can appreciate the awesomeness of the spritzing. Now that's a good looking card, but just, doesn't it look cooler with the spritz? I think it looks fancy artist quality. Because, I mean, I am nothing if not fancy, right? Okay, so whenever I spritz, I take anything that's lighter out of the way so as to not inadvertently spritz. And P.S., can you see all the spritzing on my background? By the way, this is paper. See, look here's the frayed end. I need to replace this. It's bulletin board paper that I got at a craft store. I hear they carry it on Amazon too. So I just spritzed that with my Delightful Dijon marker, and I just think it's so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And how easy was that to put together? It really was simple. So I hope you love this. Now, in case you were wondering, oh yes, there will be an online class for this bundle. It will be posting after Labor Day weekend, so check that out. I've got a few more classes coming up that I'm going to post, so watch out for those. I just... I'm excited to share more fun classes, and the response has been amazing. You guys have given me so much great positive feedback, and I really appreciate that. So again, check out my blog for all the details. Thank you so much for visiting, and we will see you soon. Bye!